This is Chad from Frozen Soul, and you're listening to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience.
And welcome back to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience here on 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair. This is your host, Chris. I have a special guest with me today. I have Chad Green, the vocalist of Frozen Soul. What's up, man? How you doing today?
Oh, man, it's good to be here. I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty pumped right now. I got to talk to Prika of Nervosa today, and now I get to talk to you, so it's like a day of interviews. I'm sure you're feeling the same.
Yeah, man, it's been an eventful day for interviews, I'll tell you that. It's been a lot of fun.
Where are you calling in from right now?
I'm actually in Fort Worth, Texas, my hometown.
Nice. So how's it been over there? Because we're based out in New Jersey, and we're kind of opening stuff up a little bit here with the quarantine and everything like that. How's Texas?
Well, majority of Texas is basically treating the virus like it doesn't exist, and so everything is open. Bars, venues, music venues, well, a lot of music venues are still closed, like the bigger ones, but the ones that have bars in them, they're open. Not really doing shows that anyone wants to go to, but they're happening. Movie theaters, just about everything is open in Texas. It's really crazy.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess I can't be that surprised because I saw like a Dallas Stars game and there was fans in the stadium. Not like a full stadium, like there was people. I was like, oh, I'm not used to that. Not at all.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. Like I'm still like I actually work at a bar, and it's very scary how much people just don't care. It's wild.
Well, hopefully you're staying safe. But going back to Frozen Soul, you guys put out a killer record. Crypt of Ice came out January 8th with Century Media. Props working with Century Media, man. They're an awesome label. How did you start working with them? Like how did they find out about you?
So we just kind of kept the ball rolling with the band once we put the demo out. We put our demo out through Maggot Stomp Records in out of California, and he had quite the following going for him, and he really helped get our name out there. And we were pretty confident in like what we wrote, but he really did help. And once the ball kind of got rolling, it just snowballed from there. We immediately got out on the road and started touring. Did 3 tours, played a bunch of really like banger local shows too, with like bands like Vader and Blood Incantation and stuff, and that helped like get people to take us more seriously. And then I guess like after our last tour, we played Brooklyn, and we were trying to figure out ways to up our stage game. So our ex-guitar player was like, we should get a snow machine. And I was like, yes, we should get a snow machine. So I looked it up on Amazon and found one and ordered it. And it made it to our house the day we got home for our last day of tour, which was a home show. And it was the not TNT Fest, the Evil Beat Volume 2 pre-show. It was Power Trip's big festival that they run here. And we hooked that sucker up and let it run. And for the first time, it blasted the crowd, and tons of people just like went crazy for it. Posted all sorts of videos, and that buzz mixed with the buzz we were already getting, I guess made it onto Mike Gitter's timeline on Facebook. And so he, I guess, reached out and found out some information about us and got a hold of me, and just started talking to us about what our plans were and everything like that. And, it all just came together. We ended up inking the deal, and, it's been a pretty amazing experience so far, man.
That's pretty cool, dude. I didn't know you guys had a snow machine. That is so killer. I mean, so the show you put Brooklyn, was that St. Vitus?
Yeah, that was at St. Vitus. Yeah.
Ah, dude, I can't wait to go back there when shows happen again. That was probably one of my favorite shows to go to in Brooklyn.
Yeah, man, that place is awesome. It was like a dream come true. I've always seen so many of my like favorite bands playing there in videos and stuff on YouTube, and like to actually like play there myself, it was pretty like it felt like a religious experience. It was really awesome. I was really happy that day.
Yeah, I could definitely relate to that. If I ever get a legit band that could play a show, that's definitely the venue I want to play at. But
yeah, it's awesome.
talking about like marketing the album, because I mean, right now playing shows or doing anything and like promoting an album during the pandemic is pretty tough because you can't go out and tour it because that's usually how you promote. Have you guys like explored different ways to market and promote the album?
Yeah, we actually like we've been working on a whole bunch of different stuff. We're gonna have a whole bunch of music videos, like probably a music video for every song on the album.
Nice.
And we have to keep engaging people, give something to giving something visual to people is like really important. So we're going to do that, but we're also working on live streams. We actually have a live stream that's coming out tomorrow on the 28th, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's going to be, it's a pretty big event that we've spent a lot of time and effort in. And it's called Wrecking Ball Metal Madness. It's a series that we're going to continue and do again. It basically what we did is we rented out a old grocery store, had a stage, all of our sound equipment, all of our friends, our producer, Daniel Schmuck. We mic'd everything up, and we got together with the band Devourment from Dallas and also Creeping Death, and we each filmed 15-minute sets. Our set was actually filmed in an industrial freezer. So like we kind of filmed all that stuff there. And then the Tanner McCardle, who did the Encased in Ice music video, he filmed a bunch of dialogue scenes with the killer from that music video as the host. And we put it all together and are running it like a sort of QVC / like old cooking show mixed with like Tales from the Crypt. So, and it's got a real 90s heavy metal vibe to it. So it's awesome. Like we put a lot of hard work and effort into the image and stuff. And we're just going to keep doing stuff like that, stuff that we find fun and, and funny and stuff like, I don't know. I think that's about all we have time to do is that between writing the new record, and working on the other music videos. So we're staying pretty busy trying to keep up with the times in this pandemic.
Well, dude, I gotta say, first off, I love the whole winter vibe, the frozen vibe, the ice cold vibe. You have Crypt of Ice, Arctic Stranglehold, Encased in Ice. Like, you have so many good references, and you even played in an industrial freezer. That's so awesome, dude. What made you guys want to do that?
I mean, it's something like, it's one of those things where like you ever just sit around with your friends and someone makes a joke and then everyone just takes the joke way too far, but it's hilarious and you just can't stop no matter how cheesy it is. Well, that's where we're stuck in right now because we basically fell into the Frozen theme, and it fits with our lyrical content already because our content and the content in our songs is all based on like the cold harshness of life. Whether it's dealing with like trauma, just like very vile and toxic people to dealing with, working situations and just life and how cold it can be sometimes. And so all that together mixed with our name being Frozen Soul, we fell into doing this whole cold thing. And, we're always, naturally we all joke around, we're all goofy. Like we don't take anything way too seriously. So it's like, we just always looking on ways to expand on it, and it's really evolved. And, luckily for this band, the possibilities of things that are cold are literally endless. So, I mean, we just kind of are going to keep going and keep doing stuff and, see what happens.
Well, I personally love it, and I know fans online have been loving it too. I don't know if some bands do this, some bands don't, but if you check out the comments on YouTube for your Crypt of Ice video, dude, the comments are amazing. Have you checked them out?
Yeah, I've watched a bunch. Sometimes, like, I try not to, like, delve too much into that, but at the same time, I when I did look at it, I saw some negative comments, but majority of the comments are all funny. and nice. And people just like that get it, you know, they get that we're just playing death metal and we're trying to have fun, you know, and sometimes you just got to have fun and lighten up and not be so serious. And it's awesome.
There is one website, and I can't remember the name right now. It's escaping me, but you can probably find it with a Google search or something. But anyway, they said that Frozen Soul, that you guys would be the underground band of the year. And that's like a huge compliment because, you know, that's kind of like a niche audience. And a lot of underground people like hate a lot of things. So to be complimented like that is a huge honor.
Yeah, it's been wild to say the least, man. Like our record and just our band in general has really been received well for the most part. I mean, there is a big chunk of people in the extreme metal world that do take things like rather seriously, and they do get upset with the whole caveman riffs thing and, you know, the whole cold theme and, you know, the lightheartedness that a lot of bands that are reviving the old school sort of ways are going about. They just don't, they're not really fans of that for some reason, which, hey, to each their own. But for the most part, I see a lot of love and a lot of people that just love having fun and love and get the jokes and, you know, and it's been a truly amazing experience, and it's done nothing but empower me and the rest of the band to, you know, just push harder because, you know, everyone's just receiving it so well. It's just so awesome and something we literally never expected to happen. So,
well, one comment, and I was described this too when I found out about you guys, that you guys sound like Bolt Thrower and Incantation. Are those like huge influences for you?
So Bolt Thrower is definitely a huge influence for me. I know some of the other members like Incantation. For Michael and I, when we originally started this band, they were not a band we listened to at all. So I know they influenced a lot of the bands we do like. So, I mean, there is that. So I'm sure it's death metal. So it trails from each other to a certain extent. So I don't fault anybody for saying that. People also compare us a lot to Morbid Angel. I don't really gain much influence from Morbid Angel personally, but you know, Bolt Thrower for sure, Obituary, definitely Mortician, definitely Sentence, the Finnish death metal band. Well, when they were a death metal band, stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's all cool. I mean, like I've definitely seen people compare us to like a ton of weird stuff like Death Clock. We get that a lot, actually, Death Clock. And I'm like, you even see people in the comments that are like, Death Clock? Really? But hey, you know, awesome, you know. Well, Death Clock is sick. So
Death Clock makes sense only in the fact of that the music video for Crypt of Ice, you guys are kind of standing there like silhouettes, kind of like a Nathan Explosion kind of hairy kind of thing going on, you know? Like, I get that, but sound-wise, no.
Yeah, exactly. So, but hey, you know, it's death metal, and it all, like I said, it all stems from you know, an original source, and you know, so I don't fault it. I mean, I guess I could kind of see the Incantation thing because there is some like, you know, some doomy, heavier parts, but you know, nah, not really. Maybe I don't really see it personally, but you know, I'm honored that people say that because Incantation is a legendary band. So
for anyone,
Bolt Thrower though, absolutely for sure.
Well, I like the comment. It was like they called you Cold Thrower. I was like, that's awesome.
Dude, I've heard so many. There's people calling us Snowblower and Snowblower, Cold Thrower. Yeah, tons of them, man. It's awesome. So funny.
Good. For anyone tuning in right now, you're listening to 90.3 WMSC, the Metal Teddy Bear Experience. I'm here with Chad Green, the vocalist of Frozen Soul. So on my show, I ask 3 random silly questions. You ready for them?
Let's do it.
All right. Question number 1. I'm really interested to hear what you say. What's the smell of heaven?
Oh, my God. Let's see. Smell of heaven. Oh, straight up cinnamon buns.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Usually mine would be like a fresh pot of coffee. I'm a huge coffee guy. like a nice,
Yeah.
brew right there. That'd be awesome. But or the
Uh-huh.
smell of pizza.
Yeah, I could do, dude. I could do that. I could do coffee. I love the smell of coffee in the morning. So,
Best part of
but
waking
for
up.
some reason, Folgers in your cup, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, I cinnamon buns. Every time I smell them anywhere I'm at, it instantly makes my like fat body happy. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with cinnamon buns on that one.
Dude, cinnamon buns and coffee. That's my smell of heaven right there.
Yes.
Question
Best of
number
both
2.
worlds.
This one's a little opposite of that. What's the worst taste you've had?
Oh, honestly, the worst taste I've ever had is probably just like blood.
Oh, you don't like that
Like
taste of iron?
I don't like the irony taste of blood. It just reminds me of bad times, you know? So that definitely do it for me. I mean, I've tasted some pretty bad stuff, but yeah, I think blood tops it for me.
Yeah, mine would definitely. I mean, blood's a good one. For like food wise, I would say kimchi. I have one friend who's afraid of mustard. Basically, dude, mustard's near him, he freaks out. Like it's so funny. We'll always be like, "Hey man, what's that behind you?" And it's like a mustard bottle. Just freak them out.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, food wise, like the only thing that I know, like food wise, that is just the worst is like spoiled milk.
Oh yeah, that's nasty. When you put in your
Like
coffee, you're not paying attention. I hate that so much.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like I've done it like before where like I made a bowl of cereal.
Oh.
And like I didn't check the milk beforehand, and then I just dived right in. And it was just like bleh.
Yep, no, I've been there, dude. Question number 3. What was your first big purchase?
My first big purchase was a drum set.
Nice.
Yep.
Drummer at heart?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that was my first big purchase. Yep.
Nice.
I bought my my mom helped me buy like the very first drum set that I ever had. And then after that, it was a first stack drum set. And then I remember I worked at this theme park from here called Six Flags. And I remember I saved up and went and put a nice like PDP kit, or no, it was before I got the PDP kit. It was a Tama Rockstar kit. I put that on layaway at Guitar Center. And when I paid that sucker off, I was so happy. It sounded like complete doo-doo, but it was awesome.
That's crazy. I mean, I feel like whenever I'm talking to artists or a musician or something, that it's always an instrument. You know, some people said car or a house or something like that, but for me too, man, it was my ESP guitar. I love that thing.
Nice. Yeah, man. It's that's what started it. So that's mine.
Well, that was the random silly question segment. Hope you had fun with it. And before I let you go, do you guys have any upcoming plans? Anything you want to mention?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, I don't know when this is going to air, but I would for sure like to talk about our live stream that's coming up tomorrow. It's really important. And if you miss the live stream, or if you hear this after the live stream, that's fine. It'll still be on YouTube. The merch will still be available through Holy Mountain Printing. But yeah, it's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. A lot of hard work and effort by a lot of people got put into this, and we want to continue to do it. But most importantly, like, I just want everybody to stay safe and just focus on the good things in life right now, because shows and stuff will come back stronger than ever eventually. And we just got to work together and stay safe and be positive, you know?
Hell yeah, man. And looking forward to that live stream, man. It sounds like I mean, like you said, you put a lot of work into it, and I'm excited to see it.
Heck yeah, man. Check it out. There's going to be live chat and stuff too on it. So you can find the link in our Instagram's bio. Our Instagram's Frozen Soul TX. And yeah, click that link, and the chats, we're going to be in the chat all night, like, you know, cracking jokes and stuff with people. So yeah, come hang out.
That's sick when the band interacts, man. I love it.
Heck yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much for doing this and taking the time out of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. You too, brother. Have a good one.